Let's roll. Co-pilot on the passenger side, be so fly. Yeah, she so lit, we so high. Just me and my chick, yeah. Just me and my chick, yeah. Co-pilot on the passenger side, be so fly. Yeah, she so lit, we so high. Just me and my chick, yeah. Just me and my chick, yeah. She give me a bit of her love.
Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome to another one, man. It's your boy Rob One, and this is Spark-N-Onversation. And y'all know what I do each and every week. I get up here and I talk to some of the world's most interesting people. But tonight, not so much so, again, because my guests had an emergency going on, so they weren't able to make it tonight, right? So it's just going to be me and y'all tonight. But it's so much to talk about. So I want to make sure that y'all join the conversation, all right? Because there's so much going on. We still gonna chop it up because this is what we do. It's sparking conversation. We don't let nothing stop us from making sure we get this information out. At the same time, y'all know how we do each and every week. We're gonna be consistent regardless. So before I get into the show, y'all know what I do, and I have to continue to do that each and every week. It's thank all the people that download the audio version of this platform. Thank y'all so much. It means so much to me from the bottom of my heart. Y'all have no idea, because I know y'all, my drivers, your people that just are into wanting to understand what's going on out here from different perspectives, and you guys listen to me and what my guests have to say. And even when I don't have a guest, y'all still tune in and y'all lock in with me and y'all download the audios and the episodes rather, and I appreciate that. Thank y'all so much. Let's do this though, because a whole lot of times, in this game, right, when I think about all of the things that we have to go through as people just to kind of survive, right? And I think for me, I'm tired of that mentality. I don't know if anybody else out there can relate, but if you can, the comments will be wide open. But I don't know if anybody else out there can relate to the point where they feel like they're tired of living in survival mode, right? It comes a point in time where you don't want to be in survival mode. Like you just in that space where you just feel like you got to go in order to get. And we understand that whenever you do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's like two ways you can see that, where it looks like a person is really putting in work. But then on the other hand, from the outside to other people, it look like this person ain't never got time for nothing but what they're trying to accomplish. And sometimes that get misconstrued, right? Because I think the person that's trying to accomplish something has the mentality to be able to balance. It's just that the people around them don't want to join them in the journey. They're sitting back. They're expecting to reap the reward and the benefit of what the journey has brought us, but they're not willing to go through the journey with the person. That's the hardest thing that you got to realize, because there's so many people who feel separated from a person that is in a certain type of grind, right? Like if a person is really into what they're into, is people out that'll be around them that'll feel like they separated, right? Or they don't never have time for them. But that's because that person that's on the outside never tried to join in. It's like the whole thing that I hear sometimes where, a lot of these podcast clips come by me and they talk about how in relationships, women be mad that the men on the game and stuff like that. They don't be mad that he not home, right? Not out in the street and all that. They be mad that the dude be on the game. And so whenever those conversations come up, it's like, to me, it's like, yo, well, why you won't learn how to play the game, right? Because then a person has this mentality: I ain't got time to be playing no games. I got this, I got that. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then it's like, yo, I bet. But at any given time, people need a moment to try to regather their thoughts or whatever. I'm not bigging up the game at all. I'm just using that as an example. There's mad other things out here that people like to do that other people won't join them in. They just sit back and wait. And I'm talking about when you in this type of grind right here, when it comes to this platform game, you got a clothing line, you put out content, any of that type of stuff, man, there'll be people on the outside of you that'll feel like you neglecting them and you not putting in the effort to be with them. And it's like, no, you're not putting in the effort to be with me. Like, why does it always have to be looked through the lens of the person from the outside without understanding the person that you're looking at? They have a lens too. And the bottom line is that we have this thing that go on in our community with all relationships, how people really feel like there's a tug of war on who right or wrong or how you feel. Listen, the world don't revolve around how we feel. Feelings are feelings. That's for you to try to decipher and get through your feelings. Your feelings is not supposed to be projected onto the world in order for them to agree with you. You have to make decisions for yourself, right? And then if people are around you that understand that you're doing anything, I don't care if you're an artist and you are in the studio, right? And you got other people that are around you that I don't care if it's your significant other, baby mother, sister, I don't care who it is. And they always complaining at you in the studio. My thing is that why you come to the studio? You understand what I'm saying? Or if you're not going to come to the studio, do the graphics. Learn how to do the graphics. Learn how to be a booking agent or something. Learn how to figure out a way to get the show. Be nice on the camera. Like find somewhere to add value. Don't just be looking at the fact that somebody got to pour more into you and you're not willing to pour back into their cup. That's crazy. And we got so much of that going on out here, especially when it comes to people who are in the arts or in the creative space. Just because another person feel like that's around you don't feel like they want to be in front of the camera, right? That doesn't mean that they don't have a place that they could fit in. You just got to find your spacing because everybody needs help in some type of way. You just got to find out how to do that. That'll shrink down that empty time that you claim that you don't have because you claim that this person is only pursuing their vision or their dream and then you feel like you're left out. That's corny. You're not left out. You're not putting yourself in. And that's the thing. Like, how you going to get in the game if you're not on the sideline? I hear people all the time be laughing at the people who got a ring, but they sat on the bench. I'm like, yo, they on the team. I don't know about you, but whenever they're ready, they're ready. And if that's not their time to shine, it's not their time to shine. But if the team win, they all win. That's one of the biggest mentalities that people miss. They too busy trying to find a reason to clown somebody. Yeah, there's mad people that got Super Bowl and NBA rings that really didn't hardly play like that or contribute to the win, but they were there as a body, willing and able to step in whenever needed. That's the difference. And it made the team because everybody in the team is not meant to be in the front. That's the thing, but you still get the win. Think about that. You still get the win. There's people who y'all won't ever know their name as a player. Y'all don't got their jersey. They don't even have a jersey, but they got a Super Bowl ring or they got an NBA championship ring. Y'all ain't got their jersey. They ain't even got no jersey. But at the end of the day, they still got a ring because the team wins, yo. The team wins, man. And that's the biggest part of it, not just the player. Yes, this player is the person that's on the Wheaties box. Yes, this player is the person that they put all the blame on or give all the praise because this is the person that go attack. But as far as the win, it's all about the team. All about the team. And then when the team win, come on, y'all can't say that ain't a good feeling for everybody to win, even though the person that was on the bench, because the person that was on the bench was in practice. So if they was in practice, whoever was the leads that was on the starting five and whoever was coming off the bench and all that other shit, they made them sharper by being in the team, by being in practice, making sure that they was ready to go out there and attack everybody out. So even the people who didn't really get the playing time, they had to be really good enough to be there. Y'all got to think about that too. And that's what it means about being partners. If you're going to be a partner, what are you a partner to if it's not a team? It's got to be a team. What is the partnership for? Why do people get in relationships or be a part of family situations or whoever with people who don't feel like they are bigger than a program? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, yo, and there's no one person bigger than the program. If for any of you ladies picking men, whatever man you pick to be in your life to lead you, you got to find out where he going. Come on, you got to find out where he going and seeing if that's somewhere that you want to go to too. Other than that, then no, nobody should be making you more important than him. Same thing with the man. Like, listen, when you get in situations with women, if they got visions and dreams and goals or whatever they want to do, whether it's owning property, whether it's building a clothing line, whatever they want to do, you got to understand if there's something that you can help support, like you can line up with too, because you're going to be the main one sitting on the side talking about, yo, man, nah, she always down there at the boutique. Well, fam, you better learn how to pick out some colors or some patterns or something, or you better put an outfit together. Like it's just something that I don't understand when it comes down to the way people view other people. You think that they supposed to be you. That's crazy. You're supposed to walk alongside of people, not in front of them and not behind them, but alongside of them. And if you feel like these people that are going in the right direction where you can feel proud and you can feel safe and you can feel okay about decisions that's made, then you know you on the right path. And if not, get off. Like you don't make somebody try to change for you. You either get on board or get off. It's easy. We make things so complicated out here, yo. Right? Come on, y'all. You think about all the things that's going on right now. You got people trying to assassinate the president, right? Like whatever. I get people got their feelings and all that. But you got people that are really out here serious about what they're trying to do. That's crazy to me. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Y'all ain't seen what if y'all mad at the person that's in the front, who do you think the successor is? The successor is the person that's ready to really pull the trigger on the things that the person in front is really holding down. So what y'all think? I keep telling y'all all the time, do y'all not think that they ain't got somebody lined up ready to go? I'm telling y'all, it's about the team. It's never really about the player. It's about the team. And there's a whole bunch of people behind the scenes that's doing all this extra shit that y'all blame the president for. And I get it. It's his fault. If you're going to be in the front, that's part of what you got to deal with. But we all know out here that that one person ain't running no government. We know that. There's not a person sitting around here walking that understand that the president ain't really running the government. Y'all know that. So it's not like we can sit up here and argue back and forth about that. We know that. We know it's a hidden government behind the government that do all that. We don't listen. We already know that that's the vibe. So why we sitting up here really upset about everything that's going on versus not putting that effort into really making something shake is crazy to me. And that's just my opinion, right? I got too early on my rant. I was not supposed to go this early on my rant. And that ain't even really part of the rant I want to talk about because I want to talk about this T.I. thing and 50 Cent thing and all that other stuff that's going on. I don't even just want to talk about that, but it's a couple of other things that's just bothering me. But you know, the fact that my guest is not here, I got y'all. And right now I got a few comments. Let me see what's going on in the comments. We got Edgar Munzo he out there on YouTube land. He was like, yo, what's good, bro? My man Rick Mills, what's up, Rick? On the check-in, man. Facts, yo, I appreciate you, bro. Word up. Yeah, man, definitely. I appreciate you. Seven. All right, what's good, yo? All right, I see you out here, yo. Word, word. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that because, yeah, man, you know, like think about it. There's so many people who look for somebody else to blame in their life for something all the time. It's always somebody they blame for them or why they're not or where they. No, it's not. It's you. You make the decisions that you need to make, and you keep going. I don't even want to be around people who not about a team, yo. If you're not really about like trying to get somewhere, you know how many people right now is tracing a dream but not a vision. Like I know you think it's not something different, but it's a difference in that, right? It's a difference in that. Dreams is just something that you know. We talking about what you giving. When you giving a vision, the way to it, it may not be exactly given to you, but you can feel it on the as you're going. Like it's just something that you feel on the inside. I don't know. It's like a spiritual thing that's connected. I can't separate the two. The spiritual from the flesh, you know, or the physical, whatever way you want to look at it. I personally can't separate it because I see where supernatural things happen for me, right? Without trying to sound all outlandish or sci-fi channel and shit. I'm just saying I've been a witness in my life that supernatural things have happened for me. So there's no need for me to deny that part, right? There's so many losses that I had to take, and I had a bunch of wins, but I had some losses. I done been up, down, broke, everything, man. I done lost so much, gained so much, you know what I mean? But everything a person could lose, I've lost. Family, friends, marriages, all that. I'm not marriages, but you know what I'm saying? But all the things that a person could lose or can seem like would be considered a loss, I've had to deal with that. And yet and still, we still pushing, we still here, right? You can still Google your boy, and I'm coming up, like I'm pulling up, like you know what I'm saying. Like you know, it's just something about the way people always view people like me, they, I get this arrogant tag or this thing all the time because people don't understand. Like, I had to build a certain type of confidence to be here because so many people have walked away from the vision that you wanted, that you thought or you figured that would be a part of it. Y'all have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Word. And then to still go and to still keep pushing. As to where, you hear the little talks and rumblings around where people go, oh, it's just a waste of time. They still doing this, not knowing that doing something that you love to do is never a waste of time, man. It's a waste of time to be trading money for dollars. If you want to really, I understand that people do that to pay their bills, but to me, that's a waste of time because all you're doing is making somebody else wealthy. You putting somebody else's kids through college. You the one struggling to get there, to be there, to try to figure out how you can make it from one to the other. Y'all don't even want to work together. Y'all still trying to figure out or think that 6 figures, one income household is really going to really make it, and it's not. So, I mean, you'll figure that out as y'all go. Keep it up. Like, the times are telling y'all, and it's showing everybody that technology is moving in. So for a person like me that's get laughed at because I produce content, right? You know what I'm saying? What you think all the people that got the money is going to be doing? They're going to be consuming still. And guess who's going to be right in there waiting on them and loaded up with the clip loaded? It's going to be me. So at the end of the day, I get where a person could look at a person like me and feel like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? This cat's still doing this and he still got that. And he still got music and he still that, da, 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 da. I hear it all. Even from the whole thing with the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hear it all, but at the end of the day, what I don't hear people saying is that cat consistent. Like, I want to put that out there. Like, how many people could look at the person opposite of them and really look at them and say they're consistent? You know what I'm saying? Word. It's just certain traits about people that people should be more looked into and more proud of than people always looking for a reason to put somebody down because they looking at where they think the person should be or not be. It ain't your business. It's God's timing on where a person should be or not be. But I promise you, when you see people putting in the work, it's always going to be a way to get there. You get what I'm saying? You just got to make sure that you in the right place. That's it. You ain't got to worry about what everybody else thinking. And that's the point. Even though I know things come back to me, it's because that's the way God want to protect you. But that stuff come to you to help you to move forward. It's not to discourage you and make you stop because you hear rumbling from a few people. Do you know most of my stuff come from strangers anyway? So it don't really matter. Like I said, the people who download the audio version of this platform are not people I know. When I go look at the map, they all over the world. Remember, just 2 shows ago, I had somebody on here that was from Russia. You know what I'm saying? So look, at the end of the day, I'm not mad at the way you look at me. It'll be me that's mad at me if I look at me the same way you see me. That's it. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Like when I get up in the morning, I see hunger, I see drive, determination, I see grind, and I have to fill my own cup up. I have to motivate myself. At the same time, I motivate other people and I give out opportunity. There's not a person that can say that they ain't work with me. I ain't give them my opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's not the other way around. I know mad people memories I pop up in. I promise you, I see them every day. Every day I pop up with a memory of somebody who don't even say hi right now, but it's all love. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just about your mentality and who you are as a person. So let's do this real quick because I might have missed a few things because I got too busy into my whole whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to do that a little bit, later on, but it is what it is. It's my show. I guess it could just go however it go. But look, I want to give y'all a few shout outs before we get out the way. All right. 420 in the spring. Y'all know the vibes. Saturday, April 18th. All right. 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. It is the double up. I am doing that. And we don't wait, we create. It is the same day, same venue, right? So people don't have to be confused. Y'all know what to do. All y'all gotta do is, all these flyers, the links is in the description of this video, so you'll have no problem RSVP and just RSVP and come through the spot. Y'all see what we doing. We putting it on for everybody out there who has a creative mindset, right? Whether you have, let's put the flyer back up real quick. Whether you're a model, you're an actor or actress, you're a clothing designer, you script concept writer, a brand ambassador, director, videographers, booking agent, a casting agent. We want you in a building, all right? Because at the end of the day, this is your network. It's your network. It's your network, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all be in a building with people that's really working. If you don't really want to do nothing else, just check my timeline. You see it going down. Y'all know I'm working out here. And I'm looking for people to help build the team so we can keep going. Because at this particular stage of the game, we got all the content we need. We just got to continue to keep building and having like-minded people. That's the energy that we need to be on, because we give more than we take over here at Collective Visions, all right? So I want to see y'all in the building, man, April 18th, man. Y'all know what to do, thecollectiveevents.net. Your link will be in the description. Click that link, RSVP, you know what I'm saying? And it's a private event, so the location and all that will be given out the day before. So long as you RSVP, you'll be on the list. You'll get that information the day before so you can pull up. If you're a vendor, if you got products you want to display, you want to say, hit the thing, get the information, boom, I'll put you on so you can get a vendor spot. If you're an artist and you want to have your song played, y'all know I got DJ Sin City in the building, and you know we got the radio show on Sundays, but that day at the event, we playing independent artists singles. So if you got it and you ready, you want the world to hear, or you want at least the people around that's gonna be there, then let's do it, y'all. Word, show up. Let's make something shake, all right? Back to all of you guys that are out there dealing with all kind of little, just things in your body, and you don't really understand why. I just want y'all to know it's a lot of information out there that they keep from us. But if you guys are into detoxing, I want to give y'all this information. Parasite Detox, we got the whole 9 yards going on to help you get these things out of your bodies. Y'all know they be talking about all the things that been coming from the chemtrails and heavy metals that's been in people's bodies. There's a connection. There's the whole link that's in the description. I want y'all to check the link out. I want y'all to get the information. And when you guys go ahead and order and then you start getting the stuff in you, I promise you, you'll feel a whole lot better. Men, you're dealing with that big belly and all that other stuff. You think that's from beer and all that other stuff. Nah, it's because you got parasites and a lot of other things that's going on. Ladies, same thing with y'all. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people who don't know that they got them because that's not something really talked about. But if you are dealing with certain things, all you have to do is look up symptoms of parasites and the different type of parasites that be in the body. And if you're dealing with any of them, that'll help you to know that that's what you're dealing with. And we got it for you to get that up out of you. So you know the vibes. Check it out. Right now, we got the Uplifter 22, part 22 out right now. So I want y'all to make sure y'all go push play on that. Y'all go ahead and run the numbers up on that. We still pushing. We still going. We got another Uplifter that drops, and then we switch over to a new series that I've just been filming. And we just going to keep going. And we continuing to film. Right, we was just on set this past weekend. We got more, and at the end of the day, Kill No One Part 3. We're gonna film that short film comedy coming up in the summer. So yeah, plus a whole lot more. Right, so I'm thankful to all the people that already push play on all the content and everything like that. Thank y'all so much, man. You know what I mean? Because it means a lot. Because like I said, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Word. So look. I got my What Did You Know segment because we're talking a little bit about health. I wanted to make sure that y'all knew about this because for me personally, I knew that, learning about different ways to help yourself, right? So soursop, it's just something that, I ran across. I thought this video might be helpful to maybe those of you that did not know. So I want to know if you knew or not. So I'm going to share my screen with y'all, and then we're going to get into a few other things. But for those of y'all that are watching right now, I need y'all to get in the comments. We got some, I need y'all little feedback because we're going to talk about this whole thing with 50 and T.I. and all that. Not so much about what it means with beef, but I'm talking about what it means with family, right? So look, let me share my screen real quick with y'all because for my Did You Know segment, right? And I'm going to find out, did y'all know? All right, let's do this. Hold on.
The best fruit to fight cancer is soursop. The best vegetable to fight cancer is broccoli sprout. The best herb to fight cancer is turmeric. The best juice to fight cancer is pomegranate juice. The best mushroom to fight cancer is reishi. The best seed to fight cancer is flaxseed. The best nut to fight cancer is walnuts. The best root to fight cancer is ginger. The best tea to fight cancer is matcha green tea. The best grain to fight cancer is quinoa. Type yes if you want more lists like this and share this with someone who needs it. If this was helpful.
All right, yo, listen. I did, it's just a few things, right? Like that was a quick little video, but I didn't know. Like, it's a couple of things that we all have to find out, but we have to find out through this age of information that we're in right now. Because of soon, the way things are going, a lot of information is going to start being hidden and buried. But right now, it's being allowed to be out. So I'm looking at this as an opportunity, not so much of the fact that people are looking at this stuff as a bad time, right? Especially with the Epstein stuff that's going on. All this information that's coming out, people are looking at the world or looking at the times now like that's a bad thing versus looking at it from the opposite end. Like, yo, we're in the age of information. This is the time that we're supposed to learn everything that we're supposed to learn to change our circumstances because we have the opportunity to change it. You guys that are watching right now or anybody else that's going to watch this playback, I don't care what you're going through. If you're going through check to check, right? Barely paying your bills. Or if you are a person that's paying everything and you got everything going on, but you're by yourself, you're lonely most of the time. And I understand people got this saying that just because I'm alone don't mean I'm lonely. Nah, yo, yeah, but we all got times because sometimes people be around people all the time and can still feel loneliness. So how you could feel it with nobody around sometimes is crazy. But anyway, that's on you. That's how you could sleep good at night. That's fine. But we know that the honesty is the best way to set you free. Ain't that what they say? So sometimes just being honest about it will help you to get through things versus lying to yourself. You know what I mean? I think delusion is a good thing sometimes, especially when it comes to you believing in yourself. I think you should be delusional about your vision and about your goals and how you feel about what you feel like you should put your effort and energy into. You know what I mean? But look, let's do this real quick because I got a few of y'all on, man. I want to get. I need y'all in these comments, man. Hold on, I had a couple of people in the joint, yo. Annie, hey, how you doing, Annie? All right, and then let's see, 7. The losses teaches us how to win. Exactly, because you got to put it into perspective. The only way you know that you lose or win is because you try. That's it. You know what I mean? Because you won't lose or win if you just think about stuff and you sit back all day scared to do something. So the fact that you tried is an automatic win, even if it don't work. It's because you tried it. That means that you're not afraid to take chances when it comes to your life and do something to change it. That is a fact, and that's fly. So I'm glad you see it that way. Renee, 100, you're right. One income is not the way, and that's a freaking fact. Because unless you a person, and then sometimes too, it is not always, it's just barely there. You know what I mean? Because you got to kind of put it into a different type of perspective. Whenever they saying that things are going up, it's not because it's less of something. It's because they wanted to go up. It's not because it has to go up. These prices and all that other stuff that people talking about, oh, it's this, that, and the third. No, they set the prices. They do it. We don't, as consumers, right? As consumers, because think about this. How many people y'all know that own a house, that may own land or whatever, right? And then out of all of those people, how many of those people got even like a small garden going on at their crib? Like, I know some of y'all may know some people that do, but for the majority of people, do they have a small garden going on in their crib? They got a nice little backyard. They own it or whatever. You don't have to have a huge backyard to have a nice little garden. You know what I mean? Because they got all kind of like grow pods and houses and all that other stuff that you could put up. But I'm asking how many people that you know who got their own land or property and stuff like that have a garden? Because at the end of the day, that'll cut down on half of what you need to be out there doing, because people could work on the bartering system. Why would you live in a neighborhood and not want to know the people you're around? I know me personally, we looking up everything. Wherever I'm looking to move, I'm looking on the sex offender list. I'm looking at everything. I'm trying to figure it out. Word up. We're not playing no games out here. Word. But anyway, I'm asking a question. How many of y'all or people that you know have that? Because unless you're doing things to supplement things you need to spend on, like clothes or shelter or food, if that's not the thing, then how you gonna survive if people are just doing what they want to you and you just accepting it? Like how? Like what are you doing? Like you got to figure it out. And at the end of the day, y'all, I understand people are always in their feelings about something, but teamwork is going to really make the dream work. And it's corny, it's cliche, but it's true. No matter how you cut the cake, man, it's going to be the same cake, yo. That's a fact. But look, let's talk about this real quick, y'all, since I got y'all on, man. Yo, um, whenever you see celebrities going back and forth over things, sometimes it's hard for me to really think that if it's real or not, especially in our culture. You get what I'm saying? Especially whenever you see certain celebrities that have a certain tie to certain major corporations, no matter how, you know, hood or how gangster or how, you know, 730 a person may come across, right? Whenever it comes to real life or aggression or, these people are violent people or whatever that may be. It just seemed like the most of the people are connected to bigger conglomerates of people that are just tied to whoever controls the everyday narrative of life, right? So whenever you look at T.I. 50 Cent situation, to me, it's like, is this a setup for a distraction? More so, is this a real beef? Right? Or because of the nature of the two and where they stand in their careers and the attention that it garners in this particular space, right? Because I noticed that anytime somebody want to talk about T.I., which is foul, I feel like this is foul, and this is how I feel like this is purpose. They want to get at T.I., they talk about his wife. Like, I don't understand that, yo. Like, people like who they like. It doesn't, we always get caught up in wanting to talk about somebody based on the way we feel about something. You ain't got to live with that woman. You ain't marry her. Like, so many people got so many opinions about her, about how she looking, all that other shit, man. He found her beautiful. That's what's most important. Like, what everybody else think is cute and important and beautiful and all that shit don't matter. Like, who cares? At the end of the day, like, why do people really feel like their opinion about what other people choose really matter? Like, why do you think that? Why do y'all think that when it comes to men, that everything that men do, we are visual creatures? Let me just say that before I say what I'm getting ready to say, right? Because I don't want to come off as a hypocrite, because I understand men are visual creatures. We are visual creatures. But I promise you, it'll never be your body or your looks or anything that's going to keep a real one with you. It's gonna be all these other things outside of that, because if you got a real one, he got access to physical parts. You're not the only one with physical parts. You got to have more than that in order to keep a person or to make a person that has a certain type of drive and determination. It's got to be other things that attracts that man to you, to hold him down or hold him to you. Not how you look, not because your titties and ass or whatever you may be thinking or however you do the weave to make it believable. Like, none of that is the thing that really makes it where you feel like you deserve a certain type of person that's going to give their life for you. Like, that's the most important part. These people are going to listen. There have been over 100,000 people laid off in the last 30 days. If y'all not paying attention in other places, because it's not going on where you live at, other places, other people getting their doors kicked in, getting their pantries raided, because of the fact that people are scared that they ain't gonna have, because they lost their jobs and they feel like they ain't getting no money, and all the benefits been going to the migrants. Now all the states that been sanctuary states ain't got no funds to help the people who lost their jobs due to technology. That's crazy. And so many of y'all want to vote for these people to stay in power. So many of y'all don't understand that the last administration's policies are the reasons why you're in this position right now. Y'all still out in the streets wanting to argue and fight for these same people. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't get it. Like, they all on the same side, y'all. I hate to say it. You know what I mean? I know most of y'all probably don't believe it, but Democrat and Republicans are the same. You know, I don't know what makes y'all think they're different. They're the same. The only thing that changes the narrative is us, the people who spend the money. That's it. They they mind control you into what to spend. Y'all go spend it, and that's it. Most of y'all buy designer clothes because they feel like that make you think that you rich or you wealthy, and it don't mean shit. Because your homeboy, your homegirl got a clothing line, you won't spend $40 on these shirts. You won't, but you'll go spend $400 on a belt. And then during the like during this last little shutdown, you ain't China just put y'all on to how everything y'all buying is really from them, and y'all still showing up in this designer bullshit. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, y'all, like, that's why I'm saying, like, that's why it doesn't make sense to argue with anybody, y'all, about anything when it comes down to their personal. Because long as you see somebody walking around with a Louis Vuitton or a Gucci anything trying to show you, still, we don't care how much you paid for it. We saw the people who made it say that this is where it was made at, period. I don't care where you bought it from. I don't care if you went to Milan and bought a Louis Vuitton. They got it from over there. Fam and them already put y'all on to that. And y'all still spending $1,000 on that bullshit to try to make it seem like you something. And it ain't nothing. And I'm not just saying that because I got a clothing line. I'm trying to make people go buy my shit because it's other people who got some. And it's people who know people who got some. But nah, y'all still walking around here. I even see people still talking about Michael Kors. Like, y'all bugging. But anyway, y'all, the whole thing, I want to say about the TI and the whole thing, I see that comment too, Seven. Yeah, you're right. Two wings of the same bird. Facts. But and why I feel like it to me, it seemed like more of a distraction than it is a beef and all that other stuff, is because so many other things will be brought into it. Like the wife should have never be brought into it. I'm not saying what 50 should do or not do, but the fact that that was the case makes me feel like that's what makes it a distraction. Because when a person talks about you directly, normally what we get from 50 Cent is that he talks about them directly. Straight up. Like, he's never been a person that indirectly goes around somebody to get to somebody. He's never done that, because anytime that has been done to him, oh, he wasn't playing. When certain people that he don't rock with took pictures with his kid, he took that he went directly to that person. He didn't go indirect. He didn't go sideways. He went straightly directly to them people. So from the track record that he's been showing is that he go directly at the person. So for this to happen like this, it's just, to me, it just seemed like it was a bunch of hoop raw to get it going. Because listen, whether y'all know it or not, they've been talking about streamers for the last, 9, 10 months or so, heavy with Casanat and all these other people. But the most streamed individual throughout the year, last year, was 50 Cent. He had over 1 billion streams. Just on him, searches, whatever content he put up, 1 billion, him by himself, not streaming, not doing none of this other stuff, just him by himself, 1 billion. So when he puts stuff up, it goes, it runs, it's so that's why I'm saying it didn't make sense that he went sideways around talking about the wife and not directly to fam like that. It didn't, it just seemed like, to me, just seemed like more of a distraction, more for y'all to pay attention to that and not pay attention to what's going on with this Venezuela stuff and this oil. Because I know some of y'all ain't paying attention. And I told y'all a couple of shows ago that they about to tokenize oil. Like, as much as they've been talking about drilling, I'm trying to, like, for one thing, I'm not a financial advisor, right? So I have to be careful about the things I'm saying. So I'm trying to say it to y'all in a way based on information only, just for y'all to pay attention. Yes, they use our own people to distract us, period. And if y'all don't feel like the 50 Cent and T.I. thing is a distraction, I get that. That's a perspective. I'm not trying to change nobody's perspective. I'm saying whenever it comes down to the real serious things that go on in the background, that they know that some of y'all got a little $20 and $30 to do. Because right now the joint ain't even a penny, but they already tokenized oil. Are y'all seeing that? USOR. Like, I'm like Like, are y'all paying attention? Like all of these big things that's going on. The State of the Union goes on today, right after the show, 9 o'clock, right? The State of the Union, the president going to address certain things and different things they've been going, tariffs and all this other stuff, right? So he's going to address a whole lot of things. But I want y'all to pay attention. Pay attention to a lot of different things. When I'm telling y'all, follow the money. We right now at this particular stage, I'm talking about even people who were laid off. Right? I'm talking about people who got a job right now. I'm talking about people who are sitting. Y'all got an opportunity to invest in certain things right now with a small little $20, $30, $40, $50, $100. That little Gucci belt I just got through talking about. Right now. Right now that y'all talking about them red bottoms, all that other stuff that y'all doing, y'all could take that money and put it in something right now and change your life, change your family's life going forward. And listen, this is the one thing I'm gonna leave to you, because I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I'm not a financial advisor. Y'all could just go look this up. I'm saying follow the money. Don't ever think that these things are happening for no reason. When that man was talking about the tariffs and all of y'all sitting up here talking about, oh, my eggs went up and all that other shit, then why y'all ain't investing in eggs? It's a commodity. You paying for it anyway. Get it back. I'm not understanding. Like, whenever these things come up, people get so emotionally charged and in their feelings and feel like something is attacking them that they don't even see that somebody trying to help you. Listen, pay attention. You can't look at things from a perspective of thinking that somebody trying to attack you. Sometimes they not going to just come out. Like I tell y'all, they put things in movies and all other kind of stuff. Y'all call it entertainment. They sit up here and tell y'all these acts of different things, and y'all, Greenland. Y'all talking about, oh man, they talking about Greenland. They want to buy Greenland. Yeah. Did y'all ever go look up what natural resources or minerals or whatever is going on in Greenland? And y'all come and figure out that it's still going to lead back to oil. Y'all ain't paying attention. That's what I'm saying. This is why this platform exists, because if y'all listening to me, then y'all understand I'm not telling y'all something that's not out there that you can't verify. I'm not trying to be the smartest person out there. What I'm telling y'all is that there is a way to see things. And if you are one of them people that's so easily caught in your emotions where you can't look at the fact that they use our entertainers, they use our sports figures to distract us, to put us in a state of pay attention to this, because over here, this is not. How many of y'all during these last few months dealing with the winter stuff didn't tell me that your light bills wasn't mad high? Tell me that y'all light bills wasn't mad high. Come on, y'all, put me on. Tell me that y'all ain't been dealing with these abnormal winters and these abnormal. Now, I'm from Jersey, so I grew up with just abnormal winters and shit like that. So that's not going. That's something that I'm never going to not understand. But what I'm saying to y'all is that it's been crazier and crazier as we've been going on, and things been crazy. And y'all ain't tell me that y'all light bills ain't been super high. Y'all that got these gas and these oil bills, because some of y'all got gas for heat. Y'all don't have electric for heat. Y'all know the vibes, and some of y'all in these houses, the way that these developments are, and then even your hot water and stuff is ran on oil, like gas, right? So for some people, they not even dealing with that part, but they gas bills be mad high, or their electric bills be mad high, dealing with these different things going on, and y'all telling me that y'all don't need to get none of that money back? Y'all, so what you're saying to me is that we just gonna continue to be victims because that's what somebody said that's what we are. That's what we gonna do. We just gonna walk in victim mentality and victim life our whole lives because we want to blame somebody else for some shit that we not paying attention to. Like, that's crazy to me. No matter how y'all paint the picture, it's the same picture. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the canvas is never going to change. Y'all are putting the cart before the horse because we are figuring it out that, investing in the things that they're saying that they're taking is the thing that you want to do. Because the border. Everybody talked about the border. Everybody talked about immigration and all these other things, right? And they was talking about, they trying to round people up and they getting people in and out of here. They talking about ICE and all this other stuff. Then I'm saying, then how many people invested in transportation? Because how else are they going to get the people out of here? I'm just saying. And then I'll have some people who will come back in my comments and shit and be like, yo, everything ain't about money. I'm talking about freedom. Who says anything? Yeah, but I'm talking about freedom. That's it. Money is now tied to whatever you want to do. Money is a tool. That's it. That's why for all y'all out here still looking for traditional situations in your life, we're talking about the man ain't supposed to be, no, the woman don't pay no bills and the man supposed to do all this. It's stupid because you don't understand what money is. Money is just a tool. It's not to be governed by no one person. Everybody that's in the house, if you're an adult, everybody should be getting some money and everybody should be allowing money to use money to bring more money back. What are you talking about? Nobody should have to pay the bills. Assets should be paying the bills. What are y'all talking about? I don't ever want to hear nobody have no conversation with me about no traditional man supposed to be paying all the bills in order for him to have a certain lifestyle and the woman got to be. No, that's corny. Money is a tool. We put the money out there to bring more money back. We create assets. Assets pay for our lifestyle. Nobody pays the bills. The assets pay for the bills. What's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all got all these people around y'all and y'all still not building assets. Y'all up here battling over 50-50. 50-50 should everybody should be splitting bills. Nobody should be wanting somebody to pay all of everything when that's all the money is. It's just a tool. It's not the measure of who it is. Some of y'all ladies are trapped or been following around men with money that's violent and all these other shit. They not good dads and all this other dumb shit because somebody got some money. Like, what does that mean? Yo, everybody could get money. If you're an adult in the house, you should be getting money. What are you talking about? Y'all out here raising daughters to be taken care of? Like, what are you talking about? You should be raising daughters to learn how to use money. So if they get around somebody who don't know how to use money, they could pick and choose better about the men they want in their life. What are you talking about? They shouldn't be picking men that could just pay for them. Like, we're not raising prostitutes. We're not raising women to be bought. What are you talking about? I would never raise my daughter to be bought. What do you mean? No, I don't want her to just be with somebody like just because they could pay. Like, pay what, yo? She could pay too. What we talking about? You get the money. She get the money. Everybody get paid. Get money. What are you talking about? I don't want to hear all that. That's what I'm saying. That's why so many people either they rock with me or they don't, because there's no in between. Because I don't play. I ain't got time for those type of conversations. I don't got time for those type of people. I'm not giving you that energy. I'm not looking at it from no negative perspective at all. This is what we doing. We building assets over here. Assets over liability. Period. I don't want to hear none of that. If you're looking for traditional setup, traditional lifestyle, traditional anything, then you need to go find it in the traditional past. But all this stuff that's going on right now in the future that they're doing, whether they're trying to build smart cities, whether they're trying to make sure that they could have the 5G connected to everything so they could look and monitor over everything, they don't need to. What are y'all going to do about it? That's what I'm saying instead of complaining about it. Because if they're going to do it, invest in it. You might as well get paid. If they're going to watch you, get paid for them to watch you. Come on, like, yo, what technology are they using? You talking about, yo, whenever the last administration was in and they was about to force everybody to get freaking smart cars or electric vehicles, do you not think I wasn't out there looking at cobalt and all the things that they use to make an electric battery? Are y'all crazy? And the electric car is still rolling. Y'all see what's going on with Tesla. Y'all ain't looked at what makes an electric battery. Nobody is no. I'm saying like that's just not in there. Come on, y'all. This is now. I'm lost at the way the mentality is of the way a lot of these podcasters and a lot of these people mentality is when it comes down to life in general. Like, what do you want? Like, I don't know. I want freedom. I don't want to look like something. I want to be something. Period. I don't want to look like I want freedom. I'm working towards that. That's what the assets are built. That's why I got the content. That's why I got the clothing line. That's why I got this fucking podcast. That's why we do all the things that we do. We got the catalogs. My catalog's still running and spinning. I haven't put out new music in 3 years and it's still running. I ain't bragging. I'm just being honest. These are assets. And these investments and things, I'm telling y'all, these are things that you could pass down to you. Listen, you don't ever have to sell. You could borrow against it. I don't even know if y'all knew that. When it comes down to the things, you don't ever have to sell. You can always borrow against it. You can live off debt. People tell you debt is bad. No, it's not. That's how you don't pay taxes. But I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a hustler. And at the end of the day, this is all information that's public. It's just, are you thinking about it? Direct yourself to that way. But other than that, I don't want to hear it. We not going to have those type of conversations. Not with me. You feel me? Like, yo, we going to get to it. If there's anybody that's around me, we get into it. I don't have people around me that ain't trying to get to it. I've never been that way. I don't have friends. I have people that really putting in the work. Like whenever it come down to it, what I'm looking at from my life or whatever I'm building for my legacy is the fact that I didn't try it on my own. That's one of the things that I feel the most proud about, because there's not a person that can't call me selfish. Now they might could say other things, whatever they want to say, but they can't call me selfish. Word. We got a few comments. No, we got a lot of comments. Hold on, let me get to it. You know what I'm saying? All right, Vanessa, she was saying pay attention. Come on, you know what I mean? Right? All right, so 7, you was like, exactly. All right, so that's my point, right? Like people who are like-minded, they don't get turned off when they hear certain things, right? They don't feel offended when the truth is spoken, right? They only get offended from the truth being spoken from who is being spoken from. Outside of that, with people on the like-minded, they not out here being offended. They not offended whenever you speaking that real. They not offended. They get it. They moving on. Like they not. But I know when it comes down, Cuzzo, what's good, yo? Appreciate you, right? But what I'm telling you is that when it comes down to it, these are the same people, I promise y'all. I promise y'all. These are the same people who could be easily triggered by their emotions. For people who will get upset when the truth is spoken. The truth should never make a person get upset. It may bother you. It may make you feel uneasy. It may even give you a little sort of anxiousness, but it should never put you in a state of anger. People be mad at me in my comments, y'all. Like, people be really upset, you know what I'm saying, because of the shit I be spitting. And I'm just saying to y'all, like, yo, you ain't got to agree with me, but why be angry? Like, that's not going to change my mind because you mad at me because I said something you don't like. What? You don't want to invest in yourself? You don't have to. Why you mad at me because I said that? You know what I'm saying? But this is what we doing out here, y'all. We putting in the work. I don't know who that is. That's the police right there. All right, but listen. She said, right, I told my twin, don't expect a man to pay all the bills. And that's the thing. I would never want to take the responsibility off of a man to say that his contribution, it should not be important first and foremost of how he maneuver it down. But if the only reason why a woman is in his life is based on money, then she don't deserve a man, because a man is not just there for that, because money is only the tool. And again, like I said, if you got a certain type of person, if you're a hustler, if you're a grinder, if he's making money, if he's doing certain things, then you should be doing it too, or helping out. If you're not helping out, making sure that y'all don't fall short or whatever, and that's vice versa. Even if your woman is the hustler, she got the things that's going on. If you're a man, you just sitting around the house, you can't play the game all day. I did say in the beginning that shorty should jump on and play the game, but that's only based on you jumping out there and selling a t-shirt or selling a plate if she cook. I don't know. But, you know, creativity is not based on just one gender. Both genders are creative. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a part of women that have these creative things and this go-getterness about them. They be lacked up with the wrong dudes too. Dudes that don't want to do nothing but lay on the couch. That's crazy. Talking about a freaking because they fit a certain, you know, what I like. I like a tall this. I like a dark. I like a man. Get out of here, yo. All that what you like got you sitting somewhere sad, bent up, bent over. A virtuous woman of the Bible had business and bought the land. The points today are backwards. That's a fact. You get what I'm saying? Because listen, what happens when something happens to the man? What do the women? This is what they expect, and this is what was crazy about the generation like from my grandmother and them generation. I'm not saying this about my grandparents because they were different, and I'm not saying that other people's grandparents weren't different either. I'm just talking about that was just my example from both sides of my family, the way my grandparents were. But I understood this to be a real fact. What they expected during that generation was when women had a man and he took care of everything, if that man died, her idea was to get another man quickly to come in and pay everything, right? Because at that particular point in time, that's all the women did was take care of the house. The man took care of the bills. He did all these other things. But whenever he passed away, the money went away with him. The woman had to eventually find another man that will take care of her and the children. So then if he didn't really rock with the children, the children suffered through most of that whole little stepdad situation, right? Most of the children, they had to suffer through that because the mom wanted to be comfortable because this is what she knew. It's a lot of us who give credit to mom. I'm not saying that moms who don't deserve their credit, so please don't do that. What I'm saying to y'all is that there are a lot of people who took credit for just wanting to be comfortable in life. Because I'm saying, like, now bringing it up to the generation before that had us, the generation before us who had us, who didn't plan for us at all. They just had us. They threw us out here to the wolves. And now we are the ones that's sitting up here figuring it out, trying to make sure that our children don't go past behind what we went through. You know what I'm saying? Our generation, it should never be, it should have been the last generation of welfare, period. Like, we should not have people on welfare in Section 8 to this day, right now. Like, who cares? Like, it shouldn't be there. We should have been found a way to make this shit together, put this stuff together, use our resources and pull together and get out each other way. We should have been on that, But anyway, that's just a thing. I guess. I really enjoyed the podcast. First time here, I'm definitely in agreement, and I have heard some knowledgeable things. Thank you so much, Vanessa. I appreciate you, yo. Word up. And, we doing this each and every Tuesday, all right? 8 p.m. And a lot of times I have guests. I was supposed to have a guest on tonight, but when I don't, the show got to go on. And you know what I'm saying? I got to always be prepared to have something to really pop shit about, because at the end of the day, there's no need to have these platforms and all that other stuff out of vanity. You know what I mean? Because I get it. This is some way that a lot of people could figure out a way to get some money if that's what they want. But at the end of the day, you got to have value. If I was talking about people and talking about things, I probably would be in a different bracket right now when it comes to this podcast thing. But because we talk like we talk and we have the people that we have on, it's going to take the people that actually really put in and understand where the value lies. Because I have so many people on here that deal with real life stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So word. But yeah, every Tuesday, Vanessa. So just catch me every Tuesday. We out here. All right. And we gonna make it shake. And like I said, as people watch and whatever, the comments be wide open. You can always join the conversation. All right. And we can get these points across, because I know I'm not the only one that feel the way I feel about certain things. And then even though I know people have other opinions, I like to hear them too. Right? Because there are different perspectives and different ways to see things. And I'm always open to learn. All right. 7, it was my first time too, and it was a good discussion. Thank you so much, 7. You know what I'm saying? Word. But here's the thing, y'all. Y'all know I'm about to get out of here. All right. So before we do that, I just want to make sure all of y'all know, man, that each and every week, right here, Tuesday nights, 8 p.m., Spark-N-Onversation, it goes down. Y'all know the vibes. All y'all got to do is join the conversation, and we're going to get it in. I'm always going to make sure I'm going to bring something to y'all that y'all might know or not know. But either way it go, at the end of this conversation, hopefully it'll spark conversation with other people and other places, and y'all can keep this thing going. And remember, it's always a way to play this information back if you forget something or you didn't understand something that I said, because investing, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but when I pop certain shit, I hope y'all go out there and just look and just figure it out. Right? And them bag of chips that you was getting ready to buy, that little soda that you was getting ready to buy, that cake, whatever that is, I'm saying that right there can change your life. I promise you. If you go to your house and you look in your pantry, if you have a pantry, if you go in your pantry, if you see a bunch of snacks, a bunch of shit that you ain't ate yet that's just sitting there, if you see that, I just want y'all to see that is your investment. That's your freedom right there that you're not paying attention to. Thank you. I appreciate y'all too, man. And y'all know me personally too. So you know the vibe, yo. Both of y'all, Seven and Vanessa. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what I'm saying to y'all, y'all look around your house and you'll see that your life can be changed just by those things that you really don't need. So there's no excuse for you. Certain things are not even a penny right now. Pay attention. All right. But until next week, y'all know the vibes. Hold it down. And remember, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. So until next week, y'all, peace.